What we're looking at is the engine mount for the twin cam engine. As you can see here, it seems that one of the bolts on the lower engine mount against the block doesn't have a bolt through it. This seems very dodgy. I don't know how easy it is to get that bolt in. It looks like it's under some sort of tension, but I think perhaps I can lift the engine jack, put a jack under it, raise it and get some bolts in there to actually make sure that it's mounted appropriately. By using a jack, I was able to lift the engine and finagle the bolts into the mounts. I'm just tightening them up now. Okay, we've now got all 4 mounting bolts attached. The car, I feel a lot better that the engine is now properly supported. Also, I've done it on the other side, but as you can see, there's a scavenge pump in the way. It's rather difficult to identify, but all 4 bolts are in there too. Okay, I've made a coil wire that fits in here and runs all the way down to the distributor. You can see the power wire here. All these wires need to be tidied up a bit. On the other side of the engine, as you can see here, the header is very close to the alternator. I'm worried about the heat of the header getting into the alternator and prematurely damaging it. So what I'll do, I'll wrap the header with some fiberglass tape and probably work out how to put a heat shield in there as well. Okay, what I've got here is that you'll see that the header has now been wrapped. Hopefully that would reduce the temperatures around the alternator. I'm working on the electrics now with my friend Ben. We've got the ignition switch, we've buzzed it out, and we've managed to ascertain what wires go where. So we now have tested the continuity between the starter wire and the solenoid to the starter motor. Going around, we've now connected the battery, we've got the power and grounds connected. We had a little accident here with the alternator wires, which were touching the chassis, so we had a little bit of a spark. Fortunately, no harm was done. And it would appear that the starter motor on the original crossflow engine must be on the other side of the engine, because the loom wire actually comes out on the other side. So temporarily we have a wire here connecting the starter wire to the starter motor. Okay, we're going to try and crank it without any of the electrics connected. We've got the spark plugs out, we've primed the oil system. Let's go. Awesome. That sounds quite good.